Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever it is you are in your time zone. And this is Billy Ruth Hopkins Federici again with a lesson in the Transformation Wheel, Theory and Practice of Quantum Transformation with the Transformation Wheel. Today's workshop is on the kanji characters that correspond to each of the words in the transformation wheel. Each of these is a kanji character. The kanji comes from the Chinese, and what the Japanese people did was they took these Chinese characters long ago and they decided to adapt them into their own language. Now, the hiragana is the main language and syllabary that is used in Japan. But they incorporated Chinese into their language because they wanted to expand the knowledge base. So the Japanese language is made up of three syllabaries, mainly the hiragana, which is the basis of the Japanese language. And then they have katakana, which comes from foreign words coming from different countries. Katakana is a syllabary that's a little bit simpler than the hiragana. And they would bring in words like baseball and McDonald's and quiche, or anything from a foreign country, and it would be then written up in a syllabary called katakana. But the Chinese characters, the kanji, were brought in years ago, hundreds of years ago, and these are very complicated looking letters. Now, they were brought into the language to broaden the base so that they could really advance the language base in their country. Children who graduate from high school in Japan have to have learned 3,000 of these Chinese kanji syllables. Yes, I said 3,000. 3,000. So it's quite an art. So here we have release, relax, flow, connect, love, let go, and regenerate. And I'll show them to you more closely so you can see them a little bit better. So the first one is release, relax, flow, connect, love, let go, and regenerate. Interestingly, each of these syllabaries must be learned just in this very specific standardized format, which the children always learn their kanji syllabary in this way, with rectangle. And there's a line drawn straight down the middle, vertically, and straight across horizontally. And it's just like learning how to play the piano or the violin or anything where there's some standardization practice that you have to follow. So the standard for teaching these is that the first 3 lines are 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they do it that way until they learn exactly where those go in the 4 quadrants. And I'm sure the teachers in Japan tell the children, no, that's not right. Oh, you've got this over into the left quadrant and it should be in the right quadrant. And just like any teacher here would want the children to do it precisely in the standardized way before they go off and do something that would be considered improvised or that would come away from that standard. So those are the 7 steps of the transformation wheel in Japanese kanji. And I'll be teaching each one of those a little bit more specifically so that you can all do your mini transformation wheel, which I'm going to be setting up the materials to do with your mini transformation wheel. What we need is a small embroidery wheel, just a metal embroidery or a wooden embroidery wheel, which is small, and then 7 strips of any kind of a material that you would like to hang. It's going to be hanging kind of like a windsock when we finish. And I don't have one to show you right now. I've sold all of mine, but as we're making it, then you can see what it looks like. And then you'll have your own mini transformation wheel. So I will be back with those materials very shortly.